Morning. Getting really hard to shoot videos without you guys seeing that front door. Oh wow, that sky is really cool. That's because the sun's not really up yet. It's early. The kids aren't even off to school yet. But I wanted to just talk about last night's Q&A. It was good. It was nice to do one again. We hope to get back into the routine of doing them like every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks is a good amount of time. Maybe definitely once a month. I don't know what day. Maybe moving back to Saturdays once Goat Snuggles calm down a little bit. That would be a good thing. Piper, where are you going? So yeah, it was good Q&A. We got a lot of stories out. Old stories, new stories. Emotions got out. And the idea of us building in another building got out. That was not supposed to come out yet, but it did. We're just in such a beginning phase. It would go right back there, right? When you drive into the farm, for those of you that have been here, right, you park right about here, and there's the soccer field. But right over behind the soccer field, over that way, the building would go back there. We have already talked to the health department. They scared the crap out of us at one point because of the word manufacturing. They're like, you need to pump all your water off site and blah, blah, blah. In the end, we've got that all straightened out. They saved me almost $50,000 by not having to put in a water treatment facility, because at one point, that's what they said I'd have to do. Treat all our water on site. It was crazy. It was like a $50,000 problem. But we fixed that. We got a way around that with both the DEP and the local health department are on board that our soap is natural. It's fine. It's not going to hurt the fish or the ants or whatever. So it'll be good. We need to talk to everybody. We've talked to a lot of builders. We've been talking to builders for about 6 months. We've been talking to banks. Banks don't like us. They just don't like us, that stupid credit score thing, without getting into it. It's not as high as they want it to be. So in the end, we probably won't use a real bank. We'll get creative. We'll do something Kickstarter related for those that want to donate $5, $10, up to about $1,000. We're still trying to figure it out, with some really cool incentives, really cool gifts, cool perks, things like that, including, but not limited to, we're working on one, a free Goat Snuggler for Life badge. Like, if you donate this much to this huge project for life, you can come to Goat Snuggles all you want and never have to buy a ticket. That's one. And then custom shirts that you can only get, and maybe even a custom bar of soap. Like, the first bar of soap to ever come out of that facility will be held for investors or whatever. And then we are also talking to, and this scares us because we don't want to sell off our company, but we're also talking to another platform, kind of like a Kickstarter, where you would log on and go to the platform. See, in America, it's illegal for you to invest in our company without going through the Security and Exchange Commissions, the SEC, I think it is, or the same people that monitor the stock market. So we have to talk to lawyers and all this other stuff to set up all this legal paperwork. Don't quote me on this, but very low. Say you donated $10,000 and I agreed to pay you 10%, kind of like you're the bank. Instead of me going to the bank down the road and borrowing 10 grand and saying I have, 5 years to pay it back and this is my interest rate and whatever. But you as a person want to donate, but you're not looking for soap, or you're looking to make a little money, or at least get your $10,000 back with a little extra. So 10,000 plus 10% would be 11,000. So all the documentation would be set up to say Susie Jane donated 10 grand, but she wants her 11 grand back in 5 years. So she made $1,000 in 5 years. I mean, that's not a lot. It's actually very low. But my point is, all that documentation and all that paperwork can be set up even as low as $100. Somebody can donate 100 and we can pay you back your 100, but we're not sure how it's going to work. It's very, very complicated. Like some people said, well, what about Shark Tank? I have thought of Shark Tank. They are always looking usually for equity. Like I talked about last night, they want to own 10, 15, 20% of the company. Hope it gets so big. Plan to build it so big. There are soap makers that are $1 million companies. Like there was a natural soap company in the Super Bowl ad. Those guys have like 50 employees. They're doing hundreds of millions. That's not what we want. We don't want to do that. We're trying to build a business that can get big enough for us to, like, maybe hire somebody to landscape, uh, maybe actually vinyl side the house. Well, I almost showed you the front door. We're thinking about things like that. Like we want to be able to do the things we want to do and have the money we want to be able to, go on a vacation, maybe like a real one where we actually hire a farm sitter that Liz trusts. I don't know. We're not looking for Rolexes here. Maybe a watch. I mean, maybe a boat, not a watch. I don't even wear a watch. Every day's a Saturday, meaning every day you're working on yard stuff, and every day's not a Saturday. That's what happens when you retire. So my point is, we're not trying to Shark Tank it. Maybe there's a way I can go on Shark Tank and rewrite the rule. Like if you guys give me, 300,000 so I can build this place, we will give you, 10% back over 10 years. And I don't know. We could think of some crazy. This is when I used to volunteer for the Salem Fire Department. Old shirt. So yeah, I'll show you a real quick clip here of what the building's possibly going to look like. I might even, tonight's Thursday, and we live in a really tiny town, and you only get like 2 hours a week to try to talk to the building official. I might take a ride down there today and talk to him. High level conversation, like, can I build this building here in Salem? And he might say, no, we don't allow those kind of buildings, or no, it's too big, or yes, you can. If you follow the instructions, you can. And then we move on to the next step of bringing out the health department, digging holes, and seeing if that earth down there can handle another well and another septic. Yeah. By the way, our first quote was $500,000, $500,000 for this building. That's why I think we're building it ourselves and not hiring somebody to build it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, here you go. Take a look at this and enjoy your Thursday.